Hello, fellow Smashers. This is FS Smash. Today, we're going to be talking about what we think about Gauntlets, Advanced, and Master classes with my guest here, Adam, or formerly known as Fire Emblem Discussions. He talks a lot about Fire Emblem Three Houses, giving me a lot of handy tips, and he does lots of live streams. He's currently live streaming his Black Eagles playthrough. You should check it out. And along with that, on his channel, we'll be doing a discussion about Gambits, authority ranking, and what we think about battalions and all that. So you should definitely check it out after you watch this video, of course. Would you like to say hi, Adam?
Hello, friends. Welcome to FS Smash's channel.
Alright, let's get right into it, I guess. So, bringing up the topic about advanced and master classes, we're going to be generally talking about what we think about these classes overall. So, let's just start with opening. What do you think about how the progression system for advanced and master classes are? Do you think it's natural? Is there anything you don't like about it? Let me know what you think, Adam.
So I do think it is a little unnatural, just because you have a lot of footlocked units that specialize in certain weaponry that move into master classes that are all mounted, which mounted is generally an upgrade, right?
Yes.
Because of more movement in Kanto.
Yep.
But then on top of that, the weapon variety is kind of weird in master classes, right?
Yep.
There's just if you want to be a magic user as a male, at least, you need to be a Dark Knight or a White Knight. White Knight. Dark Knight or a Holy Knight. Sorry.
That was good. That's good though. Still.
Yeah, or a Holy Knight as a master class, which honestly, those can feel pretty disappointing. I have a Dark Knight Byleth right now, and he fails to meet some speed
because of just how Dark Knights don't have enough speed. Don't have speed growth along with.
Well, it's less the growth. The growth is less the problem, right? The growth it's only -5. The growth is less the problem, but it's more that the class itself. I think it gets -2 or -3 speed as a class modifier, which is like a huge difference compared to the Enlightened one class that gets +1.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's just like stuff like that where I'm like, the movement's really nice, but should I just go back to the Enlightened one class? I don't know. I some of them just feel really underwhelming.
I know there's some just clear-cut choices when it comes to advanced and master classes, and I feel a lot of the different classes, especially when it comes to the gender law classes, like male, get really messed up because they can't go become a Gomori, unlike the females, and where they get 2 times magic to reason and faith, while they are stuck with either being a Savant, a Holy Knight, or a Dark Knight. And with that in mind, it can be pretty weird to having to train a unit or mage class into these kind of mounted classes all of a sudden, when you think, some people may expect, this master class might be footlocked magic class that purely specifies in reason, but no, they feel I feel like the master classes feel very rushed. Don't get me wrong, the advanced classes can definitely do good when it comes to that, but it feels like there's some, it's very unnatural when it comes to I've been a bishop to a holy bishop this entire time, but all of a sudden I have to go onto a mounted class. It's like there's no final end game class that focuses on one weapon type and has class skills or mastery classes, anything like skill wise that is focused on faith, of course. If we're just giving an example, it just does not feel as natural, and especially with how all of a sudden a Pegasus Knight on an intermediate class has to be a Wyvern in an advance, and then suddenly you have to pick again between Wyvern or a Pegasus Knight in the master class. It just is very weird. I don't understand the whole need behind that.
And it's funny that you say that, because my whole plan in this playthrough, I was going to make, from the very beginning, I was like, okay, Petra is going to be a Falcon Knight in the end game, right? Mm-hmm. And so I made her into a Pegasus Knight, knowing that if I wanted to make her a Wyvern Rider at some point, I would need to train her Axe skill, but I just didn't. And I ended up just keeping her a Pegasus Knight until I got to level 30, and then turned her into a Falcon Knight. And that was it was a little annoying.
Yeah.
If anything, it was just annoying in my head. Gameplay wise, it was still fine.
Yeah, but in the player's.
But I see what you're saying. If I wanted to pick another flying class, I'd learn what is it, C axis or something?
Yes, you suddenly have to switch from a lance to an axe. It feels unnatural. It feels against it feels very weird in the player's mind. It's this progression. It's it's like keeping a. It's funny enough. I can compare it to maybe Roy, or how he has such a late promotion. All of a sudden, he has stuck with this one class. It's it feels like that. If anything.
Yeah, it just feels kind of awkward at times.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Get the Fire Emblem 6 flashbacks. I can't promote Roy until I get the freaking. You can't promote Roy at all.
Oh man, Roy is really Roy has other problems.
Yeah,
but
it
yeah,
could be
he's
that.
hurt. He's hurt by that late
Yeah.
promotion a little bit too. Yeah.
Yeah, but back to the master and advanced classes. I feel like with the lack of true one class weapon mastery classes, it just feels weird. Especially how some of the master skills in advances, mastery class skills in advanced are really good, but then when you go to master, it doesn't feel as good as what advanced had. Especially with the having to train so much just for it. It can feel at times very unpolished or rushed. The master classes, they feel like they were tacked on at the end when they realized that, oh, it's been a long time since we've pretty much had any progression in the students. The player might not like this, and so they quickly tacked this on as a thing. And I also feel like they just pushed all the mounted advanced, like these were probably initially advanced classes only, but just to give the sense of progression, they pushed all these mounted classes into master, because they definitely feel like they have been advanced. When you look at paladin, a paladin is locked to advanced, yet you think it might be a master class, so it feels weird. I don't understand.
Yeah, I was honestly expecting like Golden Knight to make a return from Echo.
Yeah, I was too. Sorry, you go ahead.
And just stuff like that, like Golden Knight. You could even have done Silver Knight.
That would have been dope.
From the Battalions games, just stuff like that. And it just felt kind of weird the way they decided to handle it. But I think the more I think about it, I feel like they were trying to take the focus off of classes in Fire Emblem and move the focus into weaponry. Because if you look at all the things you can get from mastering weapons and getting like to S rank and stuff, you get some pretty dope skills from that stuff too.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like the weapon skills did make up for the lack of classes and the fact that they did put some restrictions on gauntlets and magic, but still allowing you to use all the weapons in the weapon triangle. But then also, I want to bring up quickly the gender lock classes being very, I don't know, in poor taste. Like having units you think would be a good class, like maybe I was hoping Ingrid would become a hero, but then I saw that the hero was locked to male, and it's like, why put these gender lock classes, especially with Gomori, Brawler, War Master? I don't get it. With the one step forward, with giving us the full weapon triangle, pretty much, then removing it, then suddenly gender locking the classes. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. I don't think it's...
Well, yeah, and it just feels like an odd step back. Like Fates, there were a few gender lock classes. There were Witch and Ballistician.
But those were
those were DLC classes.
Yeah, sorry.
Those were the only locked ones, I think, right? Pretty sure those are the only ones that were locked, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So it's a weird step back to go back and say, okay, never mind, only females can be Falcon Knights again. Only males can be War Masters. It's just like, why?
It just goes to show how dumb the different gender lock classes are. It should have just been free and open and all that. But that's, I guess,
whatever. I mean, what's done is done at this point, I guess.
Would you like to have any last added opinions before you move on to Gauntlets? Any overall?
No, but can I start on Gauntlets?
Oh, sure, you can start off. Sorry for putting you on.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Gauntlets, on my first playthrough, I thought they were stupid and pointless.
Oh, yeah, I thought the same thing.
But let me tell you, FS Smash, over my latest playthrough of the Black Eagles, I have been converted.
Converted to the holy Jerusalem of Gauntlets.
To the Gauntlets.
Gauntlets. Oh, that's gonna offend the people.
Oh, sorry, go Felix. Yeah, Felix. I recruited Felix right away, as soon as I could, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try this Gauntlet thing out just to see. And I made him. I've made him. It was Brawler, then a Grappler. Now he's a War Master. And he is just a player face nuke.
Oh,
kills literally anything, even just demonic beasts that have 130 HP on their last health bar. He just punches through it and they're dead. He's just like, "What up? I'll punch you in the mouth."
And especially,
have you seen that awesome? I don't know who made it, but it was that really funny picture. The guy, it was Byleth. He's like, "I'm gonna teach you how to punch a dragon in its stupid face."
I think I've seen that meme a couple of times. I can't really exactly remember it, but
but Felix punches dragons in their stupid face. It's awesome.
Exactly, it's amazing. But with that in mind, Felix benefits a lot from Gauntlets with especially in the early mid game when Battalions can't do what his personal skill does. Adding +5 damage to Gauntlets is crazy, especially with the quadding effect. That's easily 20 damage right there. On top of that, Yeah, his crest, the crest of Ferdelius, the major one, of course, being able to activate frequently when he just normally attacks. And Gauntlets, you normally want to attack. Very rarely do you want to use weapon arts, especially, well, a couple can help, like Fading Blow, for example, can pull back an enemy, or pull you
Yeah,
back. Sorry.
and that's more of a position thing
Yeah,
than like attack damage
but
or something.
but a lot of weapon arts can still do the same thing. But Gauntlets, I feel, when I first used them, or I ignored them completely. I thought they were just a gimmick, player phase only, no enemy phase. But then I realized gauntlets were pretty okay. I'm using it in my second playthrough, and I'm having fun with them. Sure, gauntlets, still have their weaknesses, especially with no enemy phase potential, and having no two range. But in the end, you can still not have. You don't have to worry about enemy phase that much when you can do a lot of things in player phase, especially when this game feels. I feel like this game really plays well to player phase with a lot of stuff
Agreed.
they give you, especially gambits. If the enemy has gambits, you do not want them to use the gambits first. You want to use your gambits first, use your weapon arts. Yeah. Oh yeah, but enemies don't use weapon arts. I'm still waiting. I'm still hoping they do in Lunatic to add.
No, they do. I've seen it. I've seen a weapon art.
They do? What?
Yeah, a Cavalier ran up to my Sylvain in my Blue Lions playthrough and used Night Keeler. And
No
he was
way.
he was a paladin and got jacked up
I
and
thought,
died.
I thought, I thought. Are you sure that wasn't a horse slayer? Because I'm pretty. I've never encountered a single. I haven't encountered a single enemy that had used the weapon
That-
art.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that happened and it was the only time I remember. I could be,
It could be.
you know,
It could have been a
just
horse
like,
slayer, probably.
I could be wrong. Disclaimer, I could be wrong, but that's what I remember.
It could.
I don't remember it being a horse slayer. I remember it specifically being an art, but I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
It's probably just a weapon, if anything. Because I mean, weapons. Enemy weapon choices are just one. You either get lance, sword, or axe. They don't wield as many as your students do. They only get stuck.
Yeah, they don't wield everything.
The lack of weapons, the lack of weapons is actually quite weird in my opinion. But that's another discussion for another day. I think another good topic we can bring up is Lunatic Mode. What we think about
Lunatic? I'm excited for Lunatic.
Yeah, I think we should bring that up for another day.
Yeah, for another that's another episode.
Yeah, another episode.
Especially once we actually get to play stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. But with Gauntlets, I still want to bring up the fact that Gauntlets feel very rushed when it comes to lore perspective, along with having no relic weapon and having the lowest amount of unique gauntlets in the game when you compare it to like swords, axes, and lance and bows. Sorry, you can't forget bows.
Yeah, where are my brave gauntlets?
Where are my brave?
Give me 8 attacks.
8 attacks. Where are my brave gauntlets? I could use those, but with the gauntlet, the line of weapons are very limited. You still have the traditional training to steal gauntlets. Then you have Aura, which does magic damage instead of physical. Then you have Dragon, which is effective, of course, against Dragon. Or no, I think it's just effective against Beast. I may be completely wrong on that. Have you used the Dragon Claws at all?
Not yet. I actually haven't gotten any yet. Here, I have the page right.
I see.
The Dragon Claws. Yeah, they're just effective against dragons.
Oh, okay, but there's rarely any dragons. A few routes may have a few wyverns here and there, but other than that, yeah. And then you have the killer gauntlets. It's like when you compare it to like lances, they have the spear of Assault, you have the lance of ruin, you have killer, you have some other what was Ingrid's lance, the Lewin? I don't remember exactly.
Lewin.
Lewin, but yeah, when you compare it to that, like gauntlets have no relic weapons. It's like really, like I was hoping the great, like the 10 heroes of the 10 what are they called again?
The elites.
The elites, the 10 elites, the Pokemon elites. Okay, sorry, but but yeah, you think that the gauntlets would have slightly more lore to it, but no, gauntlets are just sorry before I cut you off there, Adam. What do you think about gauntlets before? Sorry.
Oh no, yeah. It's like it is kind of weird. Like even like looking at bows, I'm looking at bows right now. And like there's the inexhaustible, the bow of Zoltan, which there's a bunch of like spear of Zoltan, sword of Zoltan, the Fail Not, Parthia. There's all sorts of just like unique weapons for these different classes, and I see where you're coming from. I think it could have just been fixed by like just give us a hero's relic that's gauntlets, and we're good. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
We're fine.
Yeah, exactly. If they gave a little bit more thought into making the gauntlets slightly more lore friendly, or giving it more thought. Other than I punched people in his game and in his Smash variant, so let's just make that a full blown weapon. and you can also go unarmed, so you can just punch people even more. Punch a dragon in the face with bare hands. I wonder how that goes for fans. Ugh.
Oh, Felix punches dragons in their stupid face with the best.
Exactly. Felix the face puncher should be his Dark Souls boss name if that's a thing. But yeah, is there anything else you think about Gauntlets overall, Adam? Or
no, I think I'm good.
All right, cool. I think that's it. I don't have anything really else to discuss with Gauntlets except I think that they're just a bit poorly put. Underwhelming. Did we finish off Advanced and our opinions on Advanced and Master?
I said everything I wanted.
Oh yeah, I think I just think the master classes are the same thing with Gauntlets, but I think they're okay. They're not as bad as Gauntlets, but yeah, I think that's it for the discussion, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this Fire Emblem Three Houses discussion. Thanks to Adam coming on as a guest for this discussion. His video talking about where I make an appearance in his channel talking about Gambits, Authority, Battalions, and more. It will be in the pinned comment. It will be in the description. It will be at the end of the card reader screen. Whatever, it'll be everywhere. You should definitely check out Adam's channel. He has some really great content, and you should definitely check out our discussion there. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you fellas managers in the next video. See ya, guys.
Bye.
Bye.